Most of the secrets in Lunacid lead to either a magic ring, a weapon, or one of the hidden endings of the game, all of which I've already talked about in previous videos. However, there are a few really cool random secrets that are still relatively unknown, and we're just gonna jump straight in right now with the first one. You may or may not have heard of the Angel Feather. It's an extremely rare item that drops from a single enemy in Lunacid. The Terminus Prison naturally has a lot of jailer enemies in it. However, it's only this one in this room with the window overlooking the angel that has a chance to drop it. A very, very low chance. I have spent hours farming these, and I only have 3. An interesting bit of lore is that this angel was actually placed here by the Mad Wizard Abdul in order for him to open the door of Tartarus. Anyway, whenever you're farming any random drops in this game, the best way to do so, the fastest way, is to use Quick Stride in order to move as fast as possible to the enemy you need to kill. And then if it doesn't drop it and you don't need the XP, you can simply use Corpse Transformation to kill yourself and reload your save. It's actually a lot faster than teleporting out of the area and then back in. Of course, like I said, you don't get XP this way, and you gotta be careful that you don't cast Corpse Transformation by accident when the thing drops, but I thought I'd give you that little tip. Also, unfortunately, if you're undead, then you can't use Corpse Transformation. Whoops. But don't worry, the undead class gets its own very interesting thing that I'll talk about a little bit later. The plucked feather from an angel. When an angel dies, these feathers fade away and cause massive damage to any creature around them. But this feather was plucked while the angel was alive. Releasing it heals the user and damages enemies around them. Yes, it does a massive AoE of light damage, so it will not affect anything that does not take light damage, such as these hallowed husks, unfortunately. But this is actually a very nice item, especially for the Tower of Abyss. But like I said, it is extremely rare, only drops from that one jailer, and I'm trying to farm 50 of them right now in order to use 1 per floor of the tower. Yeah. I guess I'll talk about another rare drop right now. This one is not nearly as useful, but the Hemoliths from the Sanguine Sea have a 1% chance to drop pink shrimp, which are actually healing consumable items. They heal you for 200 HP. And while that might sound pretty good at first, then you realize that the normal health vials, which also drop from Hemoliths and a lot of other things around the world, and that you can craft with alchemy, and that you can buy in bulk, full heal you. So 200 HP is really not that great. But these shrimp might actually eventually be used for something else. Maybe they're already used for a secret and we just don't know about it. Anyway, moving on. Now we're at the Temple of Silence, where we'll find Mad Wizard Abdul's hidden shrine to the god of cruelty. I've already shown this one in another video, but again, there's a hidden door up here behind this other shrine to an elder being, which leads to a very interesting room containing a journal by Abdul himself, as well as a large golden sculpture of what we can only guess is the god of cruelty, possibly Beagatoth, which is a prominent deity in Kira, the developer's personal lore. Whether or not the contents of this journal have anything to do with a further secret remains to be seen. However, there are other very time-sensitive secrets in this game, one of which we're going to take a look at right now. If you pick Undead as your starting class and you return to Wing's Rest, the item that Demi gives you in the beginning of the game will be the skeleton egg. A bony egg laid by a skeleton, cold to the touch and seemingly useless. For a very long time, we thought that this was useless. However, traveling down to the giant skeleton-infested bottom pits of the Green Asylum section of the prison next to the elevator, you will find this very curious, bone-laden, nest-looking structure, which actually allows you to place your egg within it. Now, as we all should know, eggs don't hatch immediately. If you go to check on it before it's done, the egg is yet to hatch, obviously. And how long does it take a skeleton egg to hatch? Exactly 1 month. Now, you can be patient and wait the entire time for that, or you can just change your computer clock. The choice is yours. Then just reload your save and head back to the nest to find Skeletal Rattle. Oh god. This is my baby. You can't have him. Go away. Skeletal Rattle. An odd rattle made of various bones. Shaking it summons your child. Yo, baby. We got a baby skeleton. Do 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 do. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Come on, child. Let's go. Let's do this. And you can only get this You can only get your little baby skeleton friend if you play as an undead character. But it attacks things for you. It's a summon. Yeah, good. Good job. You didn't go kill everything else for me. I'm just gonna sit here and have snacks. Yeah. So it might not be the most useful thing, but I think it's cool. I love this secret. Oh, and you can also perhaps get this by starting as the thief, because the thief gets a random item from Demi out of any of the starting items. So if you're lucky, you'll get the skeleton egg. And it's pretty funny that it's a normal skeleton model with just shortened stubby legs. It's amazing. Not nearly as amazing as that, but still a secret and still fairly unknown. So I'm going to put it in this video. The Forbidden Archives introduce some secrets where you have to stare at something for a period of time in order for something to happen. Everyone knows about the Axe of Harming. However, also, if you stare at this corner right here, you'll get a cheeky little message from Kira looking for secrets. Always. I haven't yet stared into every corner of every room, but next is a pretty obscure mechanic that not a lot of people know about and that actually popped up in early access. But if you kill these vampire thralls, the starved vampire thralls in the cattle cells of Le Fanu Castle, and then cast a blood spell on their bones, it actually creates a malformed, which I thought was going to be connected to the strange coin shopping list that Abdul left for us for the Tartarus ending, but it ended up not having anything to do with that, and not having to do with anything really at all. I'm pretty sure you do get XP for killing the malformed, so I guess the utility of this would be getting double XP down here. First killing the vampire thrall and then killing the malformed. But other than that, it's just a very cool world-building, lore-centric secret that Kira put in the game to sort of explain the existence of the malformed. Blood experiments are done on the vampire thralls, and if they fail, they become malformed instead of vampire pages, perhaps. Anyway, before we go, I thought I would mention the Dusty Crystal Orb, which you get from Demi after obtaining the normal ending in the game. She tells you it's a cool thing she found laying at the bottom of the well in that town being probably the Grave of the Sleeper, the final area of the game. And if you read the description of this item, it says, an ornately decorated crystal orb covered in a thick layer of unmovable dust that prevents you from looking into it. Perhaps at a later time, the dust may fall and reveal something. Has no current use. People have speculated that this will be used in future DLC. However, there are obviously a lot of time-related secrets in this game, so this might be just one of those. Though I'm sure by now people have data mined and found no use for this. Though I don't personally know how obfuscated the code and data of the game is. Anyway guys, there we go. Just a few interesting secrets for this game. My favorites, of course, being the angel feathers, which are very useful if you can get them, and my little buddy the skeleton baby. I love it. I just wanted to make this little video to make sure that I covered all of this information in one place. Anyway, I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoy. Have a great day. See you next time.